You know, there's a moment, and it can feel difficult to explain, when something that once felt completely right no longer does. And it might show up in a relationship or a routine or a way of living your life, even something that you once felt deeply connected to. And nothing has visibly changed. Everything still looks the same, but inside the feeling's different. And that difference, of course, it's unsettling. If you have ever had an experience where something that once felt so right no longer does, then take a moment to like this video and subscribe, because this is something that many people go through during change, but it's rarely talked about, at least in a very real way. So I want to talk about it today from a place of honesty, because this is one of those experiences that doesn't come with a clear explanation. There's no moment when somebody tells you that this is why it feels different. It's something that you feel at first, and then slowly you begin to understand. And I've experienced it myself more than once, that quiet realization that something I once felt connected to no longer felt the same. I remember a time where I was in a situation that at one point felt completely right for me. There was alignment, there was certainty, there was a sense of this is where I meant to be. And then slowly something began to shift. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but quietly. So take a moment. I'm sure you've had that experience. If you want to share, you can in the comments, where something didn't change all at once, but slowly started to feel different. And at first, it's easy to overlook. You might think, I'm just tired. I'm overthinking. It's just a phase. But the feeling doesn't go away. And I remember trying to reconnect with that original feeling, trying to find what used to feel right, trying to bring it back. But no matter what I did, it didn't land the same way. And that was difficult to accept, because when something once felt right, we expect it to stay that way. We build around it, we trust it. So when that feeling changes, it can feel like something went wrong or something is wrong. And part of you wants to hold on because of history, meaning, connection, identity. But there's another part of you that knows that something has shifted. So just notice that right now. Is there something in your life right now that no longer feels the same? And feel free to comment below. I love to read your comments. Even if it's something you haven't fully acknowledged, this isn't about something going wrong. It's about something changing. Your nervous system is evolving. And as that does, your alignment begins to change. And I remember a moment where I stopped trying to force the feeling back. And instead, I just sat with what was true now. And what was true was simple. It doesn't feel the same. And allowing that truth was a turning point, because acknowledging it can feel like loss. It can feel like letting go of something important. So people stay, they push through, they try to convince themselves it's still right. At the cost of what? Staying in something that no longer feels aligned creates tension internally, emotionally, and energetically. Take a moment. Where are you feeling this tension in your life right now? The shift happens when you stop trying to recreate what used to feel right and just start listening to what feels true now. This is about trust, trusting that your internal experience matters, even if you can't fully explain it. And I remember allowing myself to move away from something that no longer felt right, even though it's uncomfortable. There's a sense of clarity, a sense of this is honest. This isn't loss. This is alignment shifting. And you don't need to rush the next steps. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to be willing to acknowledge what's true. And there are times when these kinds of transitions can feel difficult to move through on your own. So if you ever feel like you're ready to explore that space more deeply, I've created environments where this process can unfold with support, and that's through the private retreats and through books I've written. And you'll find those pathways linked down below. Only if it feels right for you. You're not wrong for feeling this. You're aware. And that awareness is guiding you somewhere. I'm Tina Brigitini, inviting you to take care of your nervous system, and I'll see you in the next video.